This episode was helped brought to you by our newest sponsor, Kalona Brewing Company. They're a brewery out there in eastern Iowa. So if you're in the area, make sure to stop by Kalona and check out their brewery. Great food at the restaurant there, great beer, obviously. If you're in the Midwest, check out any Hy-Vees. I believe they carry the 6-packs, and they have different types of flavors. So you guys are going to want to, definitely try that out. And I think throughout this whole process, Fishing Kid and myself for Beerfish Fanatics, we're going to be doing some giveaways here and there. If you guys can go ahead and tag us here and there with your Kalona beer. So other than that, enjoy the episode, guys. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Beerfish Fanatics. This is Granny with My Pa Fishing. We got
Kit with the Fishing Kit YouTube channel and on TikTok.
Hey, by the way, at My Pa Fishing at this moment, when this episode, I am gonna start. I think I released a couple episodes, or maybe one video now.
Oh, you're fishing one?
Yeah. I'm gonna start releasing some videos of me and the kids, and whenever I'm by myself. So they requested it, so be it. Whatever.
What'd you say if? Or worst case scenario, you don't like my stuff?
Yeah, worst case scenario. Yeah. I mean, there were 0 people watching it anyway. Shit, so.
I thought that was funny when you said that.
So if anybody's listening or watching, we're actually on site here at 515 Brewing Company. So quick shout out to the local beer company here. But we actually have Mr. Daniel Sanchez and Mr. Jose Rivera joining us here. I wanted them to join us because they are a local fishing duel tournament team. And
would you guys be considered pros or
no,
not yet?
Not yet. We're still in the, I keep it real, we're still in the amateur.
Yeah.
I mean, but a little, I would say just a little above that.
I think pros,
medium.
I think pros are the guys that are getting hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, the pros are the big guys.
Yeah, them are the guys you see on TV.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of want you guys, because you guys are a local team, and I know Fishing Kid and myself, we don't really know shit about tournament fishing, and then I know you guys are really started getting into it and really pushing forward. So I just wanted to get you guys on here and just get a little bit more information in case Fishing Kid ever decides to become professional tournament fisher.
Oh yeah.
So this is what, your second season?
Yeah, this is our second season.
Yeah, second season.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your guys' self, about the team, and how you guys actually got into the tournament fishing scene and all that stuff.
Oh man, I don't even know how it happened.
Honestly. What's crazy is how we even met. I mean, was fishing. Is I usually shot for walleye. I shot for crappie, and I used to hang out at the river a lot. But every year I would go up to Minnesota fishing for a week, and I don't know, something met Danny down at Center Street, and something just kind of just clicked there. That I was like,
I was the
interesting,
one. I was the one.
But offered him a shot to come out to Minnesota and do some bass fishing, but
And that was literally when we first met.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, you want to go to Minnesota? And I'm like,
yeah.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, I'm like, who's this
Who's
guy?
this guy? You know what I mean? But I was well known around Scott Street, Center Street, just around Des Moines area fishing for walleye and crappie. So surprised he didn't know who I was or heard of me. Everybody else knew me, but I didn't know him. And
Hood famous.
I think his brother went to school with my brother. So
yeah.
Anyhow, just went around a couple times, asked him. He denied. He didn't want to. He was scared.
Playing hard to get.
Yeah.
He can't give it up that easy.
I know. I got morals.
So it was we seen each other around a little more, and hey, you want to go fish here or there, and that's where it began.
And I would bass fish more than.
Yes, he was.
That's when we finally were like, well, yeah, let's go catch some bass.
Yeah.
Just started from there, really. So.
Yeah, so that's where it took off, and Danny had a lot of different ways of fishing for bass that I never fished. I was kind of a basic,
stick bait,
stuff like that. So
throwing a stanko.
and it took off from there. I mean, it was
I don't even know how we decided to do tournament fishing, huh?
Well, tournament fishing, I think, if I remember right, it became where I think another guy was involved.
Oh yeah, my buddy said
And
we did one.
Oh,
Yeah.
freaking Iowa Anglers guy.
Yeah.
Now it's what is it? Young Future Iowa Angler, I think it is.
I just looked at it and said Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So
Is that what it's supposed to be?
Young Future Iowa Angler.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
kidding.
I did one with him on that little boat I got, the little minnow.
Yeah.
So we show up. It's like probably like 20 boats. Everybody's got these nice, nice boats. I pull in with that little thing with the little 6-horse Johnston. I remember it was windy. Yeah, I was like, man, I said, I hope we win today. But that's the only time we really did it and kind of had the itch. And he ended up getting what you can actually do tournaments with. So.
Yeah. So, from there, we was supposed to go up to Ozarks and do a tournament, and of course the setting backed up.
Well, yeah, all three of us were gonna go. And
we was gonna go, and he didn't go because I think we could allow 3 people on the boat.
Yeah, he had something going on.
So didn't go, and that's where me and Danny went, and we enjoyed it. I mean, we had a good time. It was our first experience, at least with us. It was insane because nothing went right for us. we didn't know what was going on. Nothing about the boat. I just purchased this boat, brand new.
You took a brand new boat to a tournament.
Yeah.
That you never even.
That was that big bash.
Oh.
The one they do down the lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah. So we're in big body water, and it's, when I purchased, they kind of explained how to break this in, and
it was bad.
It was quite an experience.
It was a bad experience, is what it was. So I'm nervous. I'm dragging this boat. When we first took it off the lot, it's got that piece that holds the motor up. I don't know what they call it. It's like this little metal piece.
Like transom saver.
Yeah, so that.
Or something
so that
like
thing
that.
was literally maybe a foot long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, is that right? He's like, yep. I'm like, dude, I said, that's only like that far off the concrete. He's like, nope, it's good. So Jose's like, you drive. I'm like, okay. So I'm driving all slow, and of course he's calling me names because I'm going slow.
Yeah.
Being, and I'm like, I don't want to bottom it out. So first ding it ever got was for me. We were at the hotel, and I went off the curve a little bit, trying to get parked because there's so many boats, and the whole back end just smacks on the. The good thing it was asphalt. Because it dug into the asphalt.
Yeah.
So it just kind of chipped it a little bit, and he's like, oh, I'm like, I told you. That ain't right. And then again, it happened to leaving Golden Corral.
Yeah. That same
I'm like
weekend.
going real slow. He's like, go. I'm like, I'm going to hit. No, you're not. Oh, you're. And I'm like, oh. Well, that piece I chipped, it flattened it out, so it don't look as bad no more.
It made it look pretty instead of ugly.
It looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get on water and couldn't get this boat to plane. They're like, well, you need to take it easy.
No, it was dead.
No, it was dead.
Completely dead. Brand new boat.
What happened?
It wouldn't even start.
Oh boy.
One of the guy would say, from driving there, I guess there's plates or something in the batteries. So you think they
bounced
or something. So
and
it killed the
knocked them
batteries completely. So we didn't know what was going on. We were getting ready for the morning. We're like, they don't even turn on. Because we couldn't lift the motor up. So there happened to be a guy there that kind of knew about it, and finally they ended up passing cables. And the guy said, well, hopefully that'll lift the plates up. And sure enough, after sitting there for a while, it turned on, and we're like, oh, nice. So we just drove all the way over here. We can't even get on the water.
So the big question is, how did you guys end up doing in a tournament that day?
Not good.
not very good at all.
No.
No.
I caught, what was it? One
little bass.
This thing had to be...
It was 2-point-something pounds, but it was it looked like a minnow.
Definitely not a legal limit or size. But it was like...
It was just fat, like a football.
I don't know if it was a spotted bass or what it was, but it was literally about like that big, and that thing was almost 3 pounds.
Wow.
And it was just...
Yeah. I don't even think it was 15 inches.
No.
It was just...
Didn't even... it's just fat.
Like a porker. It was a porker.
So could you weigh that fish in or no?
we took it and weighed it in, but, it was paid 35 places every hour. It didn't make the cut.
Yeah, because you get like slot times, kind of, I guess. Like it'll be from what did it start
Every
from,
hour.
like 7? No, it'd be like 7 to
7 to 8, 8 to 9,
Something like
9 to
that.
10, yada yada yada.
Yeah. So between that time you catch a fish, you can race to the weigh-in.
Yeah.
They weigh your fish, and you have a little piece of paper. So if you happen to land at a certain spot, you can still get money for it.
Yeah.
So you can get paid really every slot,
Every hour.
all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
this
2 days.
This is all foreign to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can all right, let's back it up. So like for like someone like me, I have no idea how like tournament structures work. So can you just like you two are a team, right?
Yeah.
So how do you like? You see a tournament, you can just choose to enter it, or like you said, it's like a club tournament for some of them.
Yeah,
or?
all the open tournaments. So you can look at what is it, Weekend Warriors or stuff like that, and they'll have technically you can see all the openers and stuff like that.
All bass anglers.
Usually some of them
Bass.
places will ask for like a what is it, dues or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's
you can
what I was.
pay that, and then you can fish the tournament,
Yeah.
and you
it's
can get in there and fish. But after
one
that, you
time.
don't have to pay it no more, and then you can
Yeah.
just pay the entry fee, and then that's it. So you, or unless you like join a club like we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like with the club, is there like a circuit or whatever?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a circuit, just
Or a series?
So many lakes that
Yeah,
for the
so
whole
many
year.
lakes throughout the year.
Okay.
You
Spread
know, there's so many. Okay, we're having 12 tournaments throughout the year. Pick a certain date. They file for it through DNR. If they get approved, long as it's not affecting other tournaments during
So just
of the
schedule around everything.
Okay.
So and if there's others, then they get pushed to another week and so on. So we could end up with a couple back-to-back tournaments. Like next year's it's already came out. So there's one I think where it's a back-to-back tournament, and I keep hitting this table. I don't know why.
Got pushed back or something.
My hands. Yeah.
You gotta sit like this.
Yeah.
I think Jose needs a beer.
Tie this around his hand.
I think I'm the same way at work.
Some big meter hands he's got.
Oh yeah, so they pick all these lakes out, file it through DNR, yada yada, and they're to get in a club there's online on is Facebook, right? Iowa
Yeah, you can
Bass
find them on
Anglers.
there too.
Or
with the DNR, you
yeah,
can find out.
They have obviously the club tournaments posted, and unless you know somebody, hey, we're Weekend Warriors, hey, they're looking for either a single angler or
Yeah, they'll have like a certain amount of people to fill in, and they'll tell you, oh, we got 3 more slots open and stuff like that, so people just get into those clubs and stuff.
Have you guys always been competitive? I mean, if it wasn't for fishing, because the reason I ask is, I'm very competitive, but I don't know, because a lot of people, that when it comes to fishing, they don't want to be, even if they're the greatest anglers ever, they don't have that competitive edge.
Yeah.
But have you guys always been competitive? Is that what it takes to become a tournament angler, fisherman? Yes.
I'd assume so, really, because, you obviously want to be
Yeah.
competitive to be able to beat the next guy, or, and when you don't do good, you're like, oh,
yeah.
I'm on suicide watch, because I'm like, man, what do we do? We can't get a bite, or we've had some
Right.
lakes that just treated us bad.
Yeah, I think
Real bad.
for me
I
it's
don't know.
it's more of a passion. I've always had the passion for fishing since I was little, so something new is always great. At least in my eyes, my opinion. Learning new things. Always is a learning progress. Every year, every tournament.
different.
Studying waters. What did I do wrong that I can do better on the next one? So yeah, very competitive. Your mind's always
Yeah, it's got to be.
thinking
You
ahead,
have to be competitive, I guess, if you're doing tournaments. you have
especially
to-
tournaments.
The only other thing is, does that take away from the fun a little bit here and there? I'm just because
Yeah, no, it
Of fishing.
can, but when you like fishing, even a shitty day is good fishing.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
fun because
It's
you're out
still
in the
fun.
water and
Yeah.
I agree.
you're not doing home stuff. Or
That's where that passion. That's where that passion for fishing
Yeah.
comes from. You
But
love
yeah,
fishing.
you have to be competitive though.
You're either gonna catch them or you're not. We always hope to catch them,
Yeah.
Right.
but
right.
it doesn't always work that way. Mother Nature or whoever she is or whoever they are, fish gods.
Yeah,
they can treat you
just
real
treat
bad.
you real quick.
They can treat you. Yeah.
It gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
He gets.
yeah,
he gets
I'll
it
get
really
upset
bad.
when I'm on the water because I want to win, I want to place, and
Yeah.
but he's more of the quiet one when he's upset, and I'm in the back like just talking to myself, and he's like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Man, I'm ready to hang myself today." I said, "I don't know what's going on." I mean, because we'll literally cut one day and it's good, and the fishing's great, and
Yeah.
16, 17, or 18 pounds, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do good."
Yeah.
Go tournament, we're almost blanking out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
I just, I don't know.
How does the scoring work? So both of you guys go for like one bag, like a 5-fish bag or whatever?
Your best five. Yeah,
Okay.
best five.
Best 5 fish.
Okay.
I mean, always hope for the best and catch the biggest, but you know,
You always want to get though your
limit.
That's your main first thing is get your limit, or at least for us. You know the way we do it is get our limit, and then from there, now
Work
try
on upgrade.
upgrading or
Yeah.
trying to find different spots that might hold the bigger fish and stuff like that. And when we find them, then we kind of stick around that area until it pretty much dries out for us, and then we have to move. So yeah, that's your main goal. You want to get the biggest you can, pretty much.
Especially, you know, you don't want to go in there pre-fish a lake before a tournament and then you just go beat them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
like
then,
I don't like
you know,
going like the day or
Or day before. Or, yeah.
because I'll do good, and then the next day for tournament I do real bad, and then I'm really upset.
You like used up your juju.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used all,
exactly.
That
all
was a
the
good
juice
juju.
up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used it all up, and I'm like, man.
Feel you, man.
That's
feel
why I
you on
hate
that.
going.
Yeah.
And I've had some of the guys that were like, man, we just came yesterday. We did good. Now today it's just, I'm like, that's why I don't like coming. It gets bad. But we still enjoy it, hanging out and just
Yeah.
giving each other shit pretty much when we do on the water. From the
Yeah.
time we get into the truck to the lake and on the way back, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Same thing.
You guys ever gonna do other tournaments besides bass by chance?
Uh,
or-
Well,
Maybe some ice fishing tournaments.
yeah.
Hopefully. We
Yeah.
talked to Sean and he asked us about if we're going to do that. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, speaking of Sean, so what's your relationship with
like that?
sake fishing? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that sake lucky.
Yeah.
You know, sake lucky.
We got my pop on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bait
Look at
and
that.
tackle.
Look at that.
There we
Okay.
go. There
So,
we go.
You
Yeah,
know,
so thanks to you guys,
yeah, most
we were able
definitely. Very grateful. I mean,
have our jerseys and everything, the shirts you gave us and stuff. So.
we've gotten a lot of great comments, on our jerseys.
Oh yeah, on the jerseys and everything. Yeah.
The logos, just like obviously everybody, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people know Johnson Bait and Tackle. Either drive by or whatever, and then mom pops. They're like, they're cool logos, and they're like, what's that about?
And you guys help out,
Check them
local
out,
businesses and stuff like that. So that's
So,
cool.
They match the bow.
Yeah, his boat's black and green, so
Yeah, so,
Sean's like, yeah, which jersey you like? And you're like, green.
Okay.
so
Okay.
it blends in.
Oh.
So if you guys are gonna do ice fishing tournament, are you guys gonna do Clear Lake this year, possibly?
Oh man, I don't understand
The
that
YBB.
Yeah.
Well, you can come join us because last year
Uh-huh.
we suck.
Hey,
we caught one fish, man.
thing. Is that passion? That's where passion kicks in, or
Guys, that one fish, tell him, kid.
yeah. We
Tell me.
cashed the check with that one fish.
Did you really?
It was the smallest weigh-in. It was our fish.
It was our fish.
Yeah.
The last place team to win
Uh-huh.
gets technically your buy-in for next year.
Oh wow.
That's pretty much what we got. So
Yeah.
that one fish that we caught,
Wow.
Yeah.
it was the smallest yellow bass ever of all
The
time.
thing is, there was other teams that had two fish.
Yeah.
Like their total weight was more than ours, but if they just weighed in one of their fish, they would have had lower score than us,
Yeah.
and they would have won it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's,
But-
it's if you guys haven't done it, I hope you guys do it this year. If you guys do it, because we're gonna do it already.
Yeah.
We got the we cashed
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
that's
again.
cool.
We're going again.
Yeah.
But you guys gotta go do it. We'll make it a big thing, and it'll be super fun.
Oh.
What's up? What you got?
No, go ahead. Go.
Oh, I seen a spark there. He's like, oh.
Yeah, I see. I know. He's got
Last
spark.
year, me and my buddies that did it with us, my teammate, they were teammates. So me, my buddy Mark and Bo, our plan was to hit up a karaoke bar, but we didn't get to do that. And this year, when we do it again, we're gonna do the karaoke bar.
Oh,
And if
yeah.
you guys go, you guys have to go with us.
No, you
I
want
watch
to
out.
yeah, he wants us to sing.
I
It's
have
bad
no-
enough you got
okay.
me on the podcast.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
right.
like phobia.
So all the listeners, I have no idea where Fishing Kit just came up with this karaoke
I mean,
thing.
we wanted to go so bad, and man, it was just.
Well, I see him do karaoke in his basement.
I think Kit was feeling sweet that day.
Fishing Kit just confirmed the stereotype of Asians love karaoke.
That's Hispanics too.
I love it too, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, why didn't you guys tell me that time when we were up there?
I
man?
need, I need so
Need
many
a
of
few
these.
more of those.
I need so many of these before I,
Do karaoke.
go off the deep end.
Oh, really?
Like normally, like if I'm there, I'm like I haven't had enough of these. I'm just sitting there. People ask me, "You want to sing?" I'm like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But then once I'm ready, it's just
Once you
I
loosen
can
up,
I can go all night.
Get on plane and start going.
We'll have to record an episode when he gets to that point.
Yeah, then you
Yeah,
have to do that one.
It'll be interesting. So,
Yeah.
but no, if you guys do the ice the YBB, let us know, man. It'd be super fun. We'll definitely get together. We'll make it. I mean, I'm competitive, but I mean, it was just fun.
Yeah,
so a
it's
lot of
fun.
people don't realize this. The YBB, a lot of people you can cash checks. Like we were saying, we're the last
Can't even
place.
expect it. You just show
Yeah.
up. Got to check. What?
Yeah, that's kind of how
For-
it kind of went.
for sucking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
We gotta- we
we'll
gotta check
definitely have to remember
That's
that.
nowadays, though. Man, you get
One gets paid.
you get
huh?
trophies for being last.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true.
Got paid though.
We did though.
There you
That,
go. Paid.
and the funniest thing was, I don't know if they ever showed the video, or I think you had. I guess you're the only one who posted the video because I think there was a video like we're the most excited team to be in last place.
Well, you cash it, get your money
Well,
back.
like
I'd
the
be
dudes
excited.
that won the ATV,
Yeah.
they kind of just walked up.
Yeah.
And even like Kevin Paul or the other guy, Chris, I think his name.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys excited?
Something.
Come on, show something.
It's a couple $1,000 right here, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Worth of stuff you just want, and then even like the top. I think they paid out for like a top 10, top 15, whatever the case may be, and then they were just doing raffles for money and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Me and Kit were just like, we suck because
It's
we
like-
were the most excited people.
It's like we won the tournament.
Yeah. Yes.
That's how
That's how you
excited we
felt?
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was that's exactly the thing. But no, do let us know because it'll be fun, man. We can make a big trip of it.
Yeah.
We'll have a bunch of buddies who I'm still trying to convince my in-laws to come here to try because they keep talking about it, but we'll see. I think
A lot of people are scared of that ice. I know a lot of people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I'm not getting on there."
yeah, but
Especially when you get that first big crack.
yeah,
Yeah. That first pop was like,
Sure.
Yeah.
The ice goes. Doof.
Yeah.
You're
When
like,
it
"Oh."
sinks.
Yeah.
it's very
oh
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only thing was because we didn't have a vehicle. I think that kind of I don't know if that would have helped us or not that day if we had to be. I think it would have helped us. No.
Oh, you
I
can
don't-
move a lot.
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt.
Yeah. True.
Oh, to
Very
drive
true.
up
Yeah,
on
like
the
an
ice.
ATV and
Because
move
they
around.
they did allow ATVs and snowmobiles and all.
Snowmobiles.
Okay.
We didn't have that obviously, so I think we're the spot that we wanted to get to. We're lagging a little because we were walking.
And
But-
it was super cold that weekend. It was like the
Minus
coldest
40.
weekend, like last winter, was that weekend.
What was that time we seen you guys out there, or I seen you? Remember when me and Jose fell? Remember when the whole shack flipped over and it was super windy? It was like -1.
What was that? Was at
Clear Lake. I
Yeah,
think it was,
Farmers Beach.
Farmers. Yeah,
Beach.
farmers.
Farmers
You was
Beach.
having trouble.
Yeah, like we were struggling, and then it blew your guys'
Me
stuff
and Jose
over.
were leaving, and all of a sudden we both go. We both
Airplane.
fell, and the shack just flies over the
Yeah.
top
Oh
of us.
boy.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Fishing Kit and myself, we were kind of lucky though. You're right. It was beyond. Let's just say this: I didn't even want to ice fish after that for pretty much till this year because it was that blistering, windy and cold, the wind chilled. I just didn't have fun.
Yeah, it made me
The cold.
quit.
Yeah.
It made me quit for the season. That's how cold it was.
Well,
Oh, wow.
We went on a trip. We went to Okoboji
Yeah,
the following
aside
weekend.
from we had like one last
Yeah.
trip left.
But
I was
we-
like, after this, I'm I'm over
But
it.
but the thing was, me and him, we were talking. We were just drinking and eating. We didn't even really ice fish when we went to Okoboji because we were just over the cold.
Right.
But I'm hoping this year we'll see though. Supposedly the Farmer's Almanac is supposed to be super bad this year. So
I don't know.
I heard that.
Have you guys looked into any tournaments for ice?
yeah.
No, not
No,
yet. I don't
not
know.
yet.
Not that I've seen or
Not
looked,
yet.
though.
There isn't really. I don't know. I feel like there isn't like bass ice fishing tournaments? Is there?
No.
Usually those, I mean, I think you end up catching the panfish before you even catch a bass, really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's more.
When you
pan.
get one, it's kind of like, oh, what do I got? And it ends up being a big old bass, and you're all excited. But usually we don't get into a spot where we're constantly catching them, unless it's like a pond where there's like a whole bunch of them in.
Farm pond.
Then you get them.
Yeah.
Lakes.
No, lakes you don't.
We've had some bad experiences at Clear Lake, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Bad as in
Well, we're all excited about ice fishing, so let's go. I know the only place is Clear Lake. I'm like, man, I don't want to go there. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
And
We get there, and then we get reminded of why I didn't want to go.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's
You're just like, God
it's
dang
a
it.
far drive to come back like
It is.
salty.
yeah,
It is.
and
It's
I
bad.
and I told him this year. I said
He said we ain't even going.
we ain't even going up there. I
Well,
said,
this last
till
year
the
wasn't
ice
good
gets
for-
good here.
Yellow
Yeah,
bass.
just fish
Not for
around
us,
here.
it wasn't. This last year.
We did way better up here than up there. I mean, we even hit Rice Lake or not Rice Lake, whatever that lake is. up the
Silver?
road.
No, it's on the
not
way
Silver.
back.
We tried Silver. That's a joke.
Oh man, we went to a spot and I'm like, oh,
That's
right
a
here,
joke.
and it was literally like that deep, and it was all weeds, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we see some guys, they're just sitting out there, and I'm like, I got the live scope, I'm like, what are they fishing for? I couldn't see anything, and I just see their jigs moving up and down in grass.
did they have a flasher or
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had a
they had
flasher,
flasher,
but
they're just
I think
Yeah.
they were just in the hopes that maybe they were shallow. I don't know, but
yeah.
I looked, I'm like, dude, there ain't nothing out here.
yeah.
Yeah, like the whole lake's like 6 feet deep or something.
No,
Yeah.
bass fishing, it's
Yeah.
Bass fishing is
it's
phenomenal.
fun.
It's real fun.
Okay.
Not a lot of big fish, but a lot of the same size fish, 2-3 pound average, but they're healthy and it's just nonstop.
We quit.
Nonstop.
Went out
We
there
had-
for a while and quit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Jose
Yeah.
says he had real Tano.
Yeah.
Because his hand was
I was locked up real tunnel from, you
setting
know.
hook.
Man.
Yeah.
So when you guys are like preparing to fish a lake, like what are you guys looking for? Like what's your game plan?
Our structure.
Yeah.
So structure is a big key in bass fishing, I think. I mean, everybody can beat the banks, but actually fishing deeper waters,
You can do good beating
you
the
know.
bank, but when they're not on the bank,
they're down deep.
they're offshore, off
You know.
points on structure and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So it's finding those, getting those wake points, you know, on the electronics, and give it hell. I mean,
Figure out what they want,
What they want.
don't want.
you know, you could be on a point and be casting directly at the point. You might need a shift to the south of that point and fish the opposite way. It's just sometimes it's just finding that sweet spot.
Because
You
the
know.
wind will hit.
Yeah.
When the wind's hitting off a point, and then you got the slack water, and then you got the weather. Almost like if there was current, like if you're on the river, just from the wind blowing.
I hope the
They'll like
professional.
stage in there and eating bait fish. And
I hope
stuff.
the professionals are not hearing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. They're probably like, look at these clowns.
We're brown clowns.
yeah, right.
So
yeah.
we won't tell you what bait we're using.
We don't know
though.
the professional lingo, but you
No.
know.
Jacob
That's
Wheeler.
what we got. Yeah, ain't no wheeler, but
Yeah, but we will them.
yeah, we will them.
How much time do you guys think you guys spend like studying a
would
body
be-
of water?
Oh, man, it depends how many times we go. You know, but we
Yeah.
can be out there from sun. I mean, as soon as the sun starts coming up, and we're out there until
4 or 5
4
o'clock.
or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So
And then-
eight,
and then-
10 hours.
And then when you go home, do you study the maps and everything on top of that?
See, well,
or-
that's what I'd like to learn more. Is like your contours and everything on the maps, because I think that's what makes a big difference from the people that do constantly good to where like people like us, we go out, yeah, we catch them, but when the days are tough, you're like, what do I do? Then I'm throwing finesse baits and big baits, and nothing wants to eat. But you know, like the maps, the people that know the creek channels and all that stuff, they just know how to fish it. Kind of like they call it like a bass highway, the
Yeah.
bass go, where they pretty much routes they use to go either to their spawning spots or whatever, you know. But yeah, them are the people that do just constantly good.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn in your electronics, you know, like he was saying, especially those contour lines. And it's, again, finding sweet spots in those contour lines too. You know, it's a lot of homework. Every year our plan is, you know, as long as we go at it, is to get better.
Learn
to
something
get
different
better.
every time.
And eventually, I think both of our plans is getting bigger clubs, more competitive, open tournaments, as in cash value, versus a $300-400, $500 tournament win to 3,000-4,000.
Yeah, the guys
Bigger
get
price.
1,500,
Right.
2,000 or whatever.
Bigger price.
Yeah,
Bigger price.
so how do you get into those bigger tournaments? Do you need like some cred, like
No.
or anybody
No,
can just go in?
No.
Yeah, you just got to pay your
Your
like
dues.
your dues
Okay.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you can get into
Anybody's
the clubs.
welcome. I mean,
Okay.
you could be a catfish guy and like, well, I'm gonna try
We'll
this.
go bass fish today.
And boom, and go.
You got to pay that fee, and then
That'd
you're
be
good to go.
that'd be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all
Kid brings
all,
in 2 flatheads. He's working.
Yeah, you go in there.
Like
you
they're
go,
big.
Yeah.
You go in there and hit 3 sevens, like the slots at the what you call it, casino. Like boom, they're like, whoa, and here you got Harry that's been doing it for 20 years,
Okay.
and you come in like stacked.
Yeah, you get those days where just lucky,
So,
you just,
it was an awesome year this year. There was a plan that I don't know why I keep playing with this thing, but
So the listeners,
Yeah.
Jose likes to play with the mic.
yeah,
he likes to keep grabbing it.
right.
Leave it alone, bro.
It's all right, man.
it's big and black.
Yeah.
Oh man, I might have to get another
It's
beer.
a
on that
beep.
one.
Wow.
That's where you're gonna hear it. Big
Wow.
beep.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us at Beerfish Fanatics, and this episode is actually brought to you by Whisker Seeker Tackle.
So make sure you guys go to whiskerseeker.com for all your catfishing gear.
Enjoy the episode, guys.
So I mean, there was a goal this year that we both wanted to reach. We wanted to hit a 20 or 20 pound plus
Our
bag.
first 20-pound.
And I told Danny, I said,
Literally
it'd be
on the
cool
lake.
to at least get it by my birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
That was the day you told me. That's the day we got
that
it.
same day we talked about that, and it was it happened.
Wow.
It happened that day.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, it. The day was. It started out nice in the morning, and everything was just feeling good. At least on my end, we had a game plan.
It was a
and,
little different.
Yeah, it was just
So what we had planned wasn't really working as good.
no with the weed.
Yeah, and finally we started figuring out a little pattern,
Yeah,
and then that's when everything started picking up for
yeah.
us.
Because we went in. I mean, we had some fish right away.
Well, you caught that big one right away.
Yeah.
Probably the first,
and-
second cast.
Yeah, and then it kind of just was weeding out. It's like, well, we gotta
Dinks.
we gotta
Or,
figure
yeah.
this out, and then something just clicked, and
Couldn't get them off.
it was just wow. So yeah, weigh in is it was 20.7 something that day. A couple big fives in there, and it's funny because.
That's how we got it back, didn't we? That's how Cody and Steven got us back.
Yeah, we went in for weigh in and we seen the weights that came in, and I'm like, what?
He couldn't hold his
everybody
laughter, and it
got-
wasn't because we're like laughing at them, but because we're like
They-
excited and happy. And so Jose, I turned around, he's like, couldn't hold his laugh, and I'm like,
I didn't want to rub it in, you know what I mean? But they said they caught fish, but they also struggled, and I know that struggle, you know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
But for us that day, it was like the sun was shining on us,
even though it was raining.
yeah.
Even though it was raining.
and it was a slaughterhouse.
Nice.
It was very successful day. Won't forget it because that's what drives me is things like that, the smallest things. Like to be competitive, like you said.
Yep.
But I can take a win with the loss too,
What would you guys
or
say?
a loss with the win.
What would you guys say is like the best part of tournament fishing and the worst part of tournament fishing?
The worst is when you blank.
Okay.
The worst
That's
after
when nothing works.
when with nothing works, and the weekend prior to that you went in there everything was working for you, and then you go to tournament.
You come in confident and just come out
Yes.
deflated, like man.
Deflated.
But
Yeah.
you always learn something, even though,
Okay.
and we talk while we're on the lake. I'm like, man, I bet they're on the edges, or And sure enough, we go to weigh in. We got, a few little small fish, and we're like, well, at least for the points. And we talk to the guys, and the guys like, oh, well, we're beating the bank and then weeds with small worm. Like, we were talking about it,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
so we learned some things, and I think when it comes up again, we're definitely going to end up trying that.
Yeah.
You
So
just
what's
learn something every tournament. You learn it
So the worst part is getting blanked. What's the best part of tournament fishing?
Huh.
when
Killing
you come
it.
out with a big bag.
Big W.
Yeah.
Big W.
W.
Big W.
Especially when you get like the win and big fish.
Oh, yeah.
You pretty much sweep it, and then you're all happy and excited and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's a good feeling, man. Especially after you put all that work into. Because that one, we actually did an opener that day at was it Green Valley?
Green Valley.
So we won that tournament. We got first. Me and Jose are talking. We're like, dude, we might as well go to 12 Mile and check the lake out,
Yeah.
find some spots, because I don't want to come back tomorrow. He's like, all right. So after winning that tournament, we went straight to 12 Mile, grafted and found spots where we were going to fish and stuff, and figured a little something out. And came back and won. So it's a good
Yeah.
feeling when you put in work and
Yeah.
you end
And
up
it
winning.
pays off.
And it pays off.
Yeah, and it pays off. That's the best.
Like you said, though, when you do all that and nothing happens.
Yeah, and then
Suicide watch, man. Take
then-
my belt and give my belt to Jose and
Yeah.
everything.
And then especially you go home and you're proud of yourself and tell your wife, your kids, like, hey, big W, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not easy, man.
It,
I know a lot of people are like, oh, bass fishing, whatever. I can go catch those in. But when you want to catch,
Yep.
when you want to catch like the quality ones, like the big ones, you have to put work in for those.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you can go catch them and stuff. But when it comes to getting them, the ones you really want, they're not easy, man. It's almost like walleye fishing, though.
Yeah.
Depends which angler of walleye. People that fish for walleye. You got the guys that are like troll for walleye. Then you got the guys that are out there jigging rock piles and brushes. Same with bass fishing. You get out there, find your rock piles, so you're just constantly looking for them.
Yeah. Constantly.
So it's similar, but not. Walleye can still be a little. They can be fidgety. So except for 3 Mile, they'll eat anything.
3 Mile?
Yeah, the Sancos and everything. The walleye.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, they got one. Middle of the trees. We're just fishing in trees, and I got one. Walleye.
Yeah.
Got another walleye. I'm like, man, it's a walleye tournament. We might do all right.
Do you guys
Yeah.
miss that? Because during the season you guys are fishing for largemouth and stuff, and you guys are focused on that, and you're studying and all that, and then it's just all about bass. But do you guys miss chasing the other species?
Oh,
yeah.
most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, it was a crazy year. It was very busy schedule.
Yeah, we
with
had,
our
I think,
club.
14
So,
all together with
it
like
was
our openers. So
So
it's
it
like
was-
one weekend fish, then tournament.
Then tournament, it was just nonstop from May.
Yeah, March or whatever it was.
May
yeah.
5th?
March,
May 5th.
Whatever it was, yeah.
No, it's May.
May?
End of April, because we want to make sure. I think they want to make sure it was thawed out, everything.
Yeah.
From then, it was just go, 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 and then you have openers in between. So yeah, it was.
Hey, that's
it was
what
pretty
the-
busy.
Toughest was so one weekend we'd go, okay, let's study, and then the next weekend was tournament. So it was just tough doing that the whole time, and then no family time, no nothing.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but this year we definitely don't have that many tournaments, so we'll
Yeah.
be able to get family time and do more homework on the lake. Because I think we only got 8 maybe,
8.
or something like that.
8, probably a couple openers in between.
A lot better lakes this year,
Yeah.
or for next year.
Yeah.
We had some bad ones this year.
Is that with the same club? Or?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
Same
club.
club.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
club. Same club.
Oh, good group of guys, man. We all
Oh,
get along. And
Yeah.
there ain't never somebody that's upset. Oh, this guy, this.
No.
They'll pull up to you. Hey, what's up? You guys doing good?
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys don't ask me that. And I'm like, no. He's like, really? I'm like, no, it's bad. He said, what do you guys got? I'm like, 2 fish. Really? We got like 17 pounds sitting in the well. So every time the guy asked me, how much you got? I said, oh, sorry, my math was bad. He's like, you're always bullshitting. He said, you're always lying. Yeah, we always laugh. It's a good time with the guys.
So
Good group
what
of guys.
club is this? Can you guys talk about that?
Coon Valley.
Coon Valley.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Coon Valley.
Coon Valley
Yeah.
Bass Anglers. I don't know. I met him actually at Clear Lake.
Cody?
Cody
Yeah.
Mundy.
Oh, he runs
yeah.
the
He does
The
ice-
Westlake.
Westlake
one.
Westlake tournament.
yes.
Yeah.
And
The Westlake one.
Coon Valley Bass Anglers, the way I understood it, was ran by
Some other
some
guys, too.
some other guys, and they just ran it downhill.
There's a lot of issues,
Yeah.
supposedly, I think.
So there's this older guy, Chris Hangler, or whatever his name is. Chris? Oh man, Chris.
Not sure.
The ones that won this Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chris was.
Well,
he's the president,
Mhm.
I think, on it, and I don't know if he reached out to who or because he was before when it was the other guy hosted it, something like that, and he wanted to keep it going or at least restart it, and I don't know if that's how Cody and Derek and all
Well, I
the
know
guys.
Cody and them had been fishing it. I know
They
they had
fished
been
it before?
fishing. Yeah, I know how they, because I did a few tournaments with Cody.
Okay,
I don't
Well,
know
then
exactly how everything happened, but I know it just kind of
It fell
a lot
apart.
of bad blood, I guess, in between the club and then.
Yeah.
But everything, it's been working good, man.
Hey, we was invited and let's do it. We've been wanting to do something like that. You know, I have purchased that new boat. And,
Heck, we won Angler of the Year the first season.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And then
Yeah.
this season, we literally led the season
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the end, and we just the lake we thought we were gonna do, or at least the last lake we thought we'd blank out,
We
we
blanked.
did bad.
We did.
So the worst case scenario, it happened.
It happened.
Wow.
And we weren't
Yeah.
even thinking about that.
No.
No, we just we'll show up, catch our fish, whether we get fourth or fifth, get our points, and we stay ahead, and then we'll go do Black Hawk our last one and win.
Yeah.
Well, no, we went that day, and pretty much our buddies threw it back in our face. You know, we caught our 20-pound bag. Everybody had low weights.
Mhm.
Well, this time they caught dang near 20 pounds, and
Yeah.
we had
So-
literally fish like this.
Yeah.
After, like you said, after catching like 17 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, we never thought that was going to happen at that lake, but it
It
treated
happened.
us bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened.
That and
So-
which one was it? Clear Lake? Clear Lake wasn't the best either for us. And what was it?
No.
There was 3 lakes that really treated us bad. It was,
I don't
and I'm
think I
like,
even know how to spell Clear Lake.
No,
anymore.
not no more. I don't even know where that lake's at.
Is that south?
Yeah. I'll tell you
South.
what, though. We went while we were studying the lake or whatever, trying to find spots.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got into a lot of yellow perch. Or not yellow perch,
Yellow
yellow
bass.
bass.
Yeah.
I mean, nonstop. It was just, I'm like,
Good size.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
we'll talk offline.
Got to edit all that out.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm like, man, where are they at when we come on the ice? Because this last year, man, it was bad.
Actually, I got that waypoint on my
You
chip.
do. You got it on
I
there.
have it marked.
All right.
How we get there, I don't know, but
On Fishing Get, we know who to go with for ice season.
at least that one spot, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
at least that one
I
spot.
remember, when we first ran into you guys up at Clear Lake, we were tearing it up there.
Yeah, that one was good,
Yeah,
man.
that
It
was fun.
That was
Turn around, Kit was just, I'm like, what the heck's Kit using? You see a little piece of skin hanging off that
Yeah.
thing, and I'm like,
He looked like he was using a 6-foot rod. Just
he's just going. And all of a sudden he's like, got him, you know? I'm like, what the hell's Kit using?
yeah.
Little piece of
se-
fish.
the
you know?
secret
I'm like,
sauce.
Yeah, it's
Secret
The secret sauce. Yeah.
a little piece of foreskin. He's just
I think we have
You'll
a
have
lot
to
of
pick that
listeners
one
from
out.
like Minnesota. I'll leave that shit in there. Foreskin works.
Nobody knows what that
Nobody
is.
knows. No, we have a lot of listeners from Minnesota, so they're probably like really honing in on
Yeah.
that, like foreskin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're probably like, you got that? No.
But no, we'll definitely we'll hit you guys up a little
Yeah,
bit.
and hopefully it is
Yeah.
like that for ice season
We'll see.
because, I mean, it was, I'm like, I got hit and I set hook.
Well,
There's nothing there.
I think who do we have on the podcast before? I think they were talking about like I think the season when the last time they whatever the case may be, it's like every 5 years or some shit like that, or something like that.
Talk about like the cycles or
Yeah,
whatever.
the cycle of them. And I think, like you said, the past couple of years has been the down cycle of it. So they say supposedly the size is there right now.
Yeah, when you get them, they're definitely bigger.
Yeah.
From when we first go, you get a ton of them. You know.
Yeah. But now, so I don't know. This year is going to be, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it all depends on the perch.
I
Depends
agree.
what the perch
I think
is.
that'll be the next big thing at that lake.
Yeah.
But okay, so that was like, we said that 3 years ago. So now they should be close to edible size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would think, right? No? I don't know.
On yellow bass or perch?
The perch now.
The perch.
Wait, I think it was maybe 2 years. Yeah, it was 2 seasons
See.
ago. We started really getting into them.
Like just the freaking, they're like mental size.
No, I know.
But then last year, I think, 2 years ago, or last year, I think they got a
Few
little bit
decent
bigger.
ones.
But
Yeah.
then I think, I don't know, this year you think, could it be that big boom for the
I think
perch?
once that whole yellow perch thing gets, it gets beat.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the guys out there, and it's like, and it's
Yeah.
buckets and buckets. So I'm sure I think that lake later will be known for
Perch.
good perch fishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Probably not this year though.
No,
Yeah,
No, probably
not
not.
this year.
Give it another 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you do get
at
a
least a
yellow
couple
bass,
years.
it's going to be,
Yellow bass.
it's going to be a
huge.
big
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I think so.
But I think it's definitely be a good yellow perch lake.
Okay,
Eventually.
I want to ask you guys, since you guys are on a team, just you two, you guys have to butt heads during a tournament or like when you're pre-fishing or whatever, studying stuff. Like, how do you guys settle differences? Like, you want to do this, and then you want to do that.
Well, we have I wouldn't say argue. We've had little things like, no, bro, or this, whatever. But when it comes to like what Kit's saying, like, no, use this or use that.
Mm-hmm.
When we go out and pre-fish, usually he's throwing one thing and I'm throwing another.
Okay.
And then we switch off different baits, trying to figure out what's actually working. So when we go do the tournament, then we know, okay, they were biting on jigs real good, and they didn't want nothing to do with a worm or a shaky head or nothing. So we just kind of, that's how we figure them out, really. So they're really not button when it comes to that.
Yeah.
It's just
What about like
Easier way to learn.
spots? What about like spots? You guys ever?
well, now see, that's tough because
That's tough. It could be.
that'll make or break you. Your first spot,
Yeah.
You know.
could be
All
bad.
right, we pre-fished this. Okay, I started out last week. This is where on last tournament. This is where I said we're going to start here. It's your week. You know what I mean? We do that.
Oh, okay.
We try to work with each other. You know what I mean? Because there might be a spot he might want to go to, like you said. And how it's like, okay,
Or I'll think, bro, I think they're sitting up more shallow on this rock pile, or he'll be, I don't know, this deep rock pile over here I think's good. And so, and sometimes when you go and you choose, either you choose right or you
or you choose wrong.
real
bro.
bad,
Yeah.
where there's just nothing there and you're done wasted half hour, an hour fishing that spot.
So it sounds like you guys, it's the trust that you guys have in
Yeah,
one
you just
another.
got to work with
Yeah.
each other.
Just
you know?
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whole
Yeah.
team deal. You just got to
Yeah.
work with each other. And when
Totally.
it don't pan out, if he chooses something don't work out, I can't be mad at him for, hey, well, it didn't work out, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we just gotta work together.
What are you guys looking to do in the next year? Because obviously the season's wrapped up, it's coming to an end in a sense. What are you guys looking? What's your guys' goals next year, and what are you guys looking to do?
Well, most definitely is get better. Definitely learn electronics more.
Just put more work on
Put
the lake.
more work on the lake, and definitely
More
try to
hours
take
on
the
it.
big W at the end of the year. Is our goals. I
We're
mean,
close. Last year, the last year, by 1 point,
yeah,
we took Angler of the Year, and then this time, literally, so first and second were at it, and it was only like a
Two and a half point.
3-point difference.
Yeah.
And then third and fourth was about the same. So it was a shootout that day.
yeah.
So the
On
two
last
top
lake.
teams, which was us and Cody and them, they got 2 fish and we had 1 fish. So we literally did bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
some of the other guys, they caught their limits and decent fish. I'm like, man, if we could have just caught that.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I
but,
get a bite.
yeah.
I hear you.
When he said we got 2 fish, and I'm like, you guys are lying. He's like, no, we're not lying. He said, what do you got? I'm like, 1. He's like, no, I know you're lying. I'm like, no, swear to God. He's like, no, you're always lying. I said, no, I got one fish.
You're always lying.
Yeah.
I got one fish. I said, you can look in our well. I said, we got one minnow. It's like
one
this.
minnow, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
kit bait for catfish.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it was. It was this big.
Get bait.
Yeah.
Bait.
Hey,
It was
like
bad.
that.
And when he's like, no, we got 2 fish and showed us, I'm like, we leave. I'm like, bro, we can win this. I said,
Yeah.
we just got to go get these fish and say we can win.
Yeah.
We searched that whole
changed.
lake. We searched and searched.
Towards the end, about the last hour, we were just sitting there talking to them.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure
Was
it
it?
out
Yeah.
no more.
We just locked
You know
them
what? I
up.
said, you guys got angler of the year. He's like,
Yeah.
you guys are lying. I'm like, no. And then see the smile getting bigger. And I'm like, no, you guys got angler of the year.
Yeah.
I said, we're just going to go ahead and settle for the second place
Yeah.
and big fish.
Man.
Really? I'm like, yeah.
That
And
is-
they worked hard, man.
They did. They did.
They deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They creeped and they creeped and they creeped and then
Yeah.
they did bad and we won and we did bad the next one. So it just kept
So
us
it's kind of flipping
there,
back
just
and forth.
flipping.
Yeah.
So, but
So,
I don't know. It was rough.
Kit, got anything else with the guys?
Yeah, I wanted to ask like those big tournaments, like those ones where, is there like any local tournaments where there's like a one big one at the end and then you have to like qualify or whatever to get into
Yeah,
it?
there's-
I think
is
that's
there
a lot
local
of-
ones
I don't
like
know what
that?
they're called.
There's
Yeah.
those are a lot of them, and they're different groups.
Mhm.
One of them is
They like catch
I want to
weight.
say it was
Like
Iowa
weight.
Bass Anglers
Mm-hmm.
hosts open tournaments, and they're on Facebook. You know, just look it up, and it's not only them. It shows different other people that put on or put on tournaments, and they do like tournament series for a championship. There's actually an event at Okoboji this weekend for a series of tournaments for a championship.
He's going to Boji next week.
They do those in catfishing also. So look up Robert Welch. He hosts a lot of those.
Okay.
Nick Scepter. And, you know,
I don't know which one it is where they pretty much go and
I'll have to
catch
look.
as many fish as you can too, though, you know,
Yeah.
and they're just
Yeah.
the biggest weight. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
biggest weight.
Well, we did one or you and Aaron did one like that, wasn't it? Where you guys do like three
No,
tournaments, and then you guys then go to the
Yeah,
championship,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. There's
I
overall.
fell in that day, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Aaron's like,
Yeah.
just get out there and go, but just
So we
fish.
we was behind
One
on
fish.
we was
Guys
be-
bringing in 20 pounds on this.
yeah.
This is
we was
dumb.
behind on 2 tournaments. At third tournament, we ended up taking third, so we did cash a check. It was nice.
Well, you got your money back, so
Yeah.
just that one tournament. Huh?
Yeah.
So
So it was good.
Cool.
It was
there's
good.
a lot of little stuff, man. But
Yeah.
hopefully this year we do get into a few of those different openers.
Yeah,
Whether
that's
it's like
another
20
thing.
boats and
That's
stuff
another
like
thing.
that.
Hopefully next year. That's
Well, I know they
what,
cut-
you know, we're
Then
able
they
to.
cut Green Valley down.
Yeah.
They cut
and
Green Valley down.
Green Valley and
I don't know if
Little
they did
River.
Little River or not.
Little River, I think
Like the
so
amounts
too.
of tournaments because of the pressure and
15
stuff
boats.
like that.
Oh, really?
15 boat limit because they beat them
Yeah, they
lakes
beat that lake
down.
down. You know, some of your better lakes, so you got tournaments that are 20 something boats, 30
Mhm.
boats, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of boats on that little lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then you get the algae bloom and the thermocline, and I mean, fish are just dead everywhere.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
zombie,
that's rough on the
like zombies floating down the lake, you know. And DNRs, you know, they're always around. They see that, you know, so they put a stop. You
Yeah,
know,
that whole-
but yeah,
Speaking of that, I didn't even get a chance to mention. I totally forgot. I think this episode comes out. Come join us out there at Big Creek. If you guys get a chance, come join us at Big. We're gonna do the cleanup on October 23rd.
the 23rd.
October 23rd
If you guys had time,
What's that fall on?
Saturday.
Saturday.
on a Saturday.
Saturday. We'll provide. I think there'll be some. I think we just got off the phone with Whisker Seeker, and they'll be there to help provide some lunch. We actually our other sponsor, Kalona Brewing, they're gonna provide some beer sampling here and there. So if you guys get an opportunity, swing by.
What time is that going to be?
I think 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're planning.
I would like to host that thing where Sean went for the kids and stuff. He just did one.
Well, Sean will be there for this weekend, the 23rd. We can talk to him then. We can set something up for the kids or whatever.
no, I know he just did one for the kids, but I
Oh,
just
did he?
didn't know. We had that tournament that day. Yeah, I was like, man, I'd like to go, but he said it was kind of slow, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but it would have been cool to hang out with the kids there and help them fish.
Come out, help us clean up.
Yeah,
Eat
I'd
some-
like to go.
Eat some food, drink a beer if you drink. Anybody's listening, it's all good.
Right?
Sprite. We'll have some water.
Yeah.
We'll have some refreshments that are under 21. So.
Sprite. Call me. Call me.
Yeah, these guys aren't old enough to drink.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not old
they're not.
enough.
Yeah,
They're
they're
drinking
yeah.
Sprite and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's
FYI,
it.
yeah. All the listeners, yeah, these guys are about 18, 19 years
All
old. So that's
white.
why.
All white.
Straight out of high school.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. You got anything else for these guys, Kit?
Yeah, so if our audience wants to reach out to you guys, like kind of follow your tournament, scene or whatever, where can they get a hold of you guys?
Look us up, Sanchez and Rivera Fishing.
And we just kind of I'm still kind of trying to, since I don't do like videos and stuff, this is the actual first one. I've been asked before, but I get cold feet and I get,
We thought about doing
the
that.
whole phobia thing, and I don't want to, I'm like,
You're doing just fine, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's cool, this feels good, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, yep, Sanchez and Rivera Fishing on Facebook.
It's kind of crazy because Sanchez can never keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, you think I do good at stuff like
You
this.
know what I mean? It's yeah.
Well, because you got amazing hosts
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes you guys feel comfortable.
Awesome.
Yeah, we don't Kit. That's probably what it is. It's not us.
He's covered with Kit.
Yeah.
On his left.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
But no, this is awesome. I mean, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to come down here on site here at the brewery and just kind of talk fishing. And no, I've been following you guys. It's kind of cool to kind of see the tournament ride you guys been doing. So it's awesome. Keep that up. Keep grinding. Best of luck to you guys next year for sure. And if you guys, I really do hope you guys get an opportunity to come up to the Yellow Bass Bonanza so we can beat you guys and then just rub it in a little bit.
Probably can't with kids.
with the yellow bass.
Yeah, secret bait.
Yeah, see, the secret bait.
Yeah,
That
kids-
foreskin.
The foreskin.
I'm telling you, man, the secret bait.
It's
the
gonna
sauce.
be the foreskin
Kid,
challenge.
Kid's looking through all the old pictures that his mom saved up, and then he's like, there it is.
There it is.
That's
Yeah.
so
Stuck
one.
a little pin on there.
Oh boy, too funny. But no, definitely, we'll definitely put the links for you guys' Facebook and everything
appreciate
on the
it.
show notes. But definitely follow these guys. It's really cool to see a local team and like I said, Fishing Kit and myself, we're really proud in regards to sponsoring or just representing local businesses and just local talent. And I think you guys are talented. I think you guys got a good thing going. You guys will win next year.
Yeah.
I have a
So
good.
we're
I
hoping
have
for
a good omen. I think you guys will probably win next year. So
Nice.
good luck to you
Thank you.
guys.
Awesome, man.
And
Appreciate
you.
it.
keep
Appreciate
rocking it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks for joining us, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.
Sorry, before you pound like that. Sorry, it's going to record on everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the.
We'll edit that out. But whatever you hear, it gets everything on
okay.
it. So,
Okay.
so that's right. It's okay.
Yeah, so you can hear or you can hear. You
Yeah.
see? I'm already thinking about
We'll leave that shit in.
So you can hear.
Yeah, so